Hi, Sarah. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. How are you today? So I like to try to give you just a little quick rundown on how I do this. I see, I hear, I feel, I sense, I know. Sometimes I smell. Once in a great while I taste. I don't. I have almost all the senses. They a lot of times will show me a picture. This is just the way they communicate. And I call it spiritual charades. I have to describe what I see or feel this picture means. There's always a reason. They never waste a message. Um, but they talk a lot too. So I get both. But I will give you at least two or three pieces in this that you can validate. I don't spend my whole reading just validating stuff because they have something to say. And that's what I'm here to do is I'm just the vessel for them to talk to you. So she says, you have a big, huge question. You're going to know what it is that I don't need to know. And the answer is a big yes. So I'm not sure if you can pick out from all the questions you have in your life which one that is, but she wants to start out that way. So there's a reason for that. She feels like you're happy. She, she feels she feels like you've made good choices. She's showing herself sitting in a living room. I don't know if you actually knew her. I mean, or just knew of her. She's showing me herself actually sitting in what I believe is your living room. She's cross-legged, sitting Indian style on the floor by a coffee table. There's smoke coming out of an ashtray. There's something on that table that she moves around. That moves around or disappears and comes up somewhere else. And she's showing me this smoke though coming out of this ashtray. And it's going straight up. And then she blows on it and it goes off to the side, like for no reason. So the room is still and the smoke is going up. And then all of a sudden the smoke blows over to the side. That's her letting you know she's there. You use do you use diffusers and essential oils and stuff? She likes whatever that smell is in your house. She says it's fresh, it's clean. And then it's like I hear, I don't know if you have children or if somebody else's children comes over a lot, but it's like little kids running through, running through, just kind of like crazy, going through again. I'm seeing two or three little wild ones. She sits there and she watches them. She's sorry she couldn't be a bigger part of your life. I did what I thought was best at the time, and I still believe it was best. Because look at the beautiful lady you've become. No thanks to me. She says, well, I'll take a little credit. I take credit because of my wise decision. Okay, this, I'm not seeing this real clear. It's like a birthday cake. Okay, I'll go back to that. And it had two candles on it, but it was like one of the candles fell over, or one of the candles broke in half and fell over. I couldn't quite tell. It was like one candle fell over. Um, I don't know what the significance of this cake is. But she's acknowledging she knows she was there when this cake was evidently somebody was 2 years old, I'm guessing. There's two candles on it, one fell over. She was there. She's acknowledging that. And she's showing around kind of layered cake, not sheet cake, which may not be exact. That might be just her way of showing me a birthday cake. So it may not be the exact shape of the cake. This is my spiritual charades. I hated that game charades when I was little. I still do. Here we are. She's mentioning a man with a J name. She's acknowledging him. Okay, give me just a second. Let's see what she's going to show me. She's showing me something. She's still a little dim. Okay, she's showing me. I'm trying to see who's with her. Just a second. Okay, and she's not done showing me this picture, but she keeps moving further back away. So she's showing me like I'm gonna say in a living room, I believe. She has something up her nose. She goes into the kitchen. I clearly see a female that looks blonde, and there appears to be a male in the kitchen too. And they have a spoon, and they're talking her into something else. I hear, try this, try this. She says, I didn't mean to do it. I was tempted and not thinking clearly. I hung out with some dumbasses. I was just looking for a good time and wanting to ease my pain. I see beer, so that could just represent alcohol. Maybe it wasn't exactly beer. I see smoke again. So you're going to smell smoke. If you don't personally smoke, you're going to smell smoke in your house. That'll be a clear sign from her that she's there. And she's showing it in the kitchen. That doesn't mean that's the only place you're going to smell it. She's showing doing more than she should, but it was just a poor judgment. It wasn't like anybody forced her. She wasn't thinking clearly, forgetting what she'd already done. I won't get graphic. They, I don't know if I already said this, they never waste a message, so she's playing some of this out for a reason. There's always a reason for what they have to say. Yeah, she's showing me sitting, and it looks like she's still in the kitchen. And she's sitting on the kitchen floor and she's tying and untying her shoestrings. I have no clue, but it's not for me to understand. It's just for me to pass the message on. Tying and untying her shoestring. And then she's tying it all crooked. She's tying it kind of a weird knot. I don't think she's seeing it very well. She just told somebody, leave me alone, I can tie my own damn shoe. But she clearly can't. She says she had too many of the wrong people tell her how pretty she was, beautiful she was. They fluffed her ego and her feathers. And she says, I always fell for it. Always fell for it. But she had some depression going on. So it was easy for her to fall into the trap of the wrong people telling her the things that she really wanted to hear and feel. She says, let's go party. She thinks you're gorgeous. You, you have a lot of her inner beauty, the inner beauty that she couldn't find. But she says you know how to let yours shine where she didn't. But she says you need to let it out more. You need to know that I loved you enough to give you a better life. But always on your birthday, there was something about a single flower. Single flower on your birthday that she did for herself in remembrance of you. And she would play happy birthday and smell this flower on your birthday. She says she got caught in a trap. She got just kind of kept going around and around and around. It's like she couldn't find She couldn't find the door to get out. She couldn't figure out how to get out of this trap. She never felt good about herself, except for when people were stroking her ego. And that was short lived. Yeah, now she's showing it. It was like she was chasing her tail, like a dog chasing a tail. So she's showing it, same thing in a different way. You were never far from my mind. I never forgot about you. I chose other things, but it was for the best as far as you're concerned. It was not what she doesn't mean she does. I got to go back and say this better. She doesn't mean that her choices were for the best over you. It was her. She was going to make these choices, and it was best the decision that she made for you because of the choices she was going to make. I hope I made that come out right because that didn't sound right the first time. Sorry, I need to be careful with my words. I don't want to give you the wrong idea. These videos are to heal, not to hurt. She's holding up a little pair of baby shoes, little tiny infant or not much older baby shoes. Did she keep a pair of your shoes? Now she's talking about a horse and carriage. A horse and carriage. And the kind that she's showing me is the kind like I see, I don't know what part of the country you live in, but like Kansas City on the plaza where they have the fancy carriages, and they have a horse or two, that pulls them around the plaza area, just that you go for a ride. That's the kind she's showing me. Now whether that's the exact one, I don't know. Sometimes they just show me something that's in reference to something that I know. Come hither, come hither, Hither, come hither, come yon, yon. No clue. A lot of things that we'll just throw out. They don't have to mean anything to me. I don't have to understand them. Oop, now I lost her. She says, just remember, you don't have to be blood to be family. There was somebody, by doing this, which put you there, there was somebody that you ended up meeting that you wouldn't have met if this hadn't happened. So sometimes these sequences are totally planned out and designed for a reason. So you wouldn't have met this person. I can't tell who it is. Oh, I hate when they're so cryptic. then a lot of times it's just stuff that I don't need to know. So hopefully you'll understand. Somebody that you met that you wouldn't have met if you hadn't been put in this situation. She says there's somebody else coming up too that you wouldn't have met if you hadn't been in this situation. And that I feel is more related to work, and work does not have to be a 9 to 5 job. Work can be in your home, work can be volunteering, work can be, I don't know, helping in an art class. I don't know. Just there's somebody else coming that you wouldn't have met unless you were in this situation that's going to be very beneficial to your life. It's going to be a bright spot in your life. And I'm showing that they're going to help the glow come out of you. They're going to help ease all this stuff behind you that you need to let go. And this person's going to help your light shine. Now, I stink at names. I really, really stink at names. But she was going to name you something that started with an S, and I want to say Sherry. Oh, you might have to think outside the box a little bit. I don't know if you would know this part, but they know what needs to be said. And like I said, I don't get names exact, so that may not be the. Sometimes get them absolutely perfect. Most of the time, yeah, no. Yeah, okay, she's showing me. Like she keeps looking out the front window, keeps looking out the front window, keeps. Do you keep thinking you hear somebody coming up the walk, or somebody getting out of their car out front, or somebody, and you're always peeking out the window, going, "Okay, I don't know why I'm doing that because there's nobody there. There's nobody coming up the walk." I have no idea what this means. Corral your horses, contain your varmints. Varmints. I have no idea what that means. You are the glue that holds the family together, and you're going to get even stronger in that capacity. You are the glue. You should nickname yourself Elmer, she says. Elmer's glue. Mm. She said the word hierarchy. Hierarchy. Sometimes it's hard to talk with my new teeth. Don't ask me how to spell it. Heirarchy. Close. She's not saying why she said that word. I believe this was not very long ago. Somewhere in your past. I don't think it's the future coming. And it's like there's a big boulder in your path, and you tripped over it and you fell on your face. And I don't think she means that literally. I think this is figuratively. and she watched you fall and skin your knee. And this is showing you as an adult. This isn't showing you as like a little kid falling down. Here we go with the charades. I better quit making fun of them. They're gonna quit talking to me. You skinned your knees. You picked yourself up. You dusted yourself off, and just giving you a thumbs up. You can do anything you set your mind to. Don't think that my genes, Genes, are going to bleed in and mess things up for you. You only have the good parts. And she says, personally, herself, she didn't think she had very many good parts. Okay, she says she's with Uncle Doug. Uncle D-O-U-G, Doug. Don't forget I stink at names. So it could be an uncle with a D name, and I don't know if she means your uncle or her uncle. I believe she means your uncle. She wants you to know that there is healing and cleansing on the other side, and that she's getting all of that. She says, be happy. She says, don't be all narrow-minded. Don't get that little tunnel vision. She says, you've got to expand and let your light shine. Don't see the world like this. See the world like this. And she says, I did a little too much of that in the wrong way. She's mentioning treetops, treetops, and not saying why. She's showing you sitting at a table with a big, thick book open in front of you, and it looks like you're studying. So if you are not going to school, but you're thinking about it, she wants you to go ahead and do it. There's some further learning, something you need to learn, some kind of schooling. It may not be or instruction that you need to level up just a little bit. She says you've got it in you. She says stop doubting yourself. That will get you nowhere, except in the same place. She says it's time you let go of what? It's time you let go of her problems. She wants you to let her have her problems. feel her presence, but she's not saying anything. So she's showing me on the left ear. It's like she's trying to touch the inside of your earlobe, like like in here. Oh crap! I swear the camera doesn't look like where I'm supposed to be pointing. Like like in this part of your ear. So if you feel like it feels like a hair is tickling you, or bugs crawling down there, it feels like goosebump type thing, electric energy, and your ear gets real hot. That's her letting you know that she's real close, standing by you. And she says, "I got your back. I've got your back, and I would have had your back if I had ever needed to be called in." She's going like this with your hair. She's going like this. I can't do it. I can't. She's going like this with your hair, puffing it up, like puffing it up. Did you just get a new hairdo? It's that's fuller or thicker. She's trying to fluff it up. She says, "I love you. How could I not love you?" She said she was going to call you fruit of the loom instead of fruit of the loin. She says, "Thank you for at least having some respect for me." I do love you. I'm watching out for you. So you can always ask her. If you think it's something that she would have been knowledgeable about here, ask her. Ask her to help you with it, or ask her to go out and find somebody that would be helpful to you on the other side. They can do some amazing things. They can open doors. They can inspire certain people to step into your path. They can bring you mentors, teachers, all kinds of things. Okay, she says she's going to go. She's showing that cigarette smoke again. She says, "Watch for me. I'll be around. I'll be around. I hear you, my little bug." And with that, she's gone. So I hope there's a few validations in here for you. I hope it gives you some peace. That's my whole intention by doing readings, is to bring love and peace to everybody. Um, anyway, let me know. Hope you have an awesome day. We're on to Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. Don't forget to pay it forward. Go make somebody smile today. Much love to you. Watch for those signs. You'll see them.